Hello, 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 hello. Well, I am now on. Oh, I love Facebook. It's forever changing. Hello, how are you guys doing today? Joanna Wright, founder of Bottom Line Wealth, the leader in this group that can take you to the next level or even just get you started with a kick in the butt. Uh, and I say that because that's sometimes just all my job is, right? Today I wanted to talk about so everything that we just went through, right? If you guys have been paying attention into the group, you can peruse through the group and see what we've been talking about. But I'll give you a little synopsis right now. I was talking about what I've been through, how I got started, and how you guys can get started too, whether you're beginner, intermediate, or wanting to scale. And so I had some people jumping online, getting a consultation and seeing how this works for them, right? And I've had so many great conversations that I mean, I wanted to feed this into today's training because if you can hear some of the stories that I get to hear from some amazing people, I think you guys could relate a whole lot more hearing from each other, right? So I'm just going to give you a little taste of that today. So basically, a lot of people spoke about how they were stuck, and that's what we're going to speak about today. And then needing to make cash to do certain things in real estate. And then systems, right? I went over some systems that could benefit depending on where you were in the scale, right? And the challenge that we have going on right now. And basically, why a mentor would be beneficial to some people. Like, not everybody needs a mentor. Uh, but everybody needs a kick in the butt, right? So it depends on who you are, where you're at, and how disciplined you are as a person, um, is the type of next step you should take, right? So, like, even professionals, like in the NFL, even Tiger Woods, even I don't care who you are, they all have coaches and mentors that guide them, that take them to the next level. And that's what I like to do with my clients, right? I had some new clients step in this week, and I'm excited to get them rocking and rolling on their real estate, and the different strategies that we go over, right? So, what I heard a lot was, I really wanted to do this, but I get stuck, right? And so, here's where the mentor can come in. Mentors can get you unstuck, first of all. Um, you know, in learning a different way and hearing that there's different things on how to get started. Um, some of you have already closed properties already, so like how to strategize around them, how to leverage and scale, right? Like, I was speaking to peeps all across the nation. Like, one of them was in Switzerland during our conversation, and just super amazing conversations. Um, so congratulations to all of you during this past week who booked the call, who saw the information, and stepped into the program, the Retire program. It's going to be phenomenal for you. I'm super excited. But, really talking about how a mentor works for you, right? I'll be reviewing some of the questions that I have. Hopefully this resonates with you guys so that you can, A, not be stuck, B, know the fastest path to cash, right? And then really your mindset, how that works, and what leverage systems are available for you to get there quicker, right? So when you're stuck, it's something I hear a lot. Like, they're going and they're going and they're just like, but this, but that, but this, and they get stuck in their head. And most of any kind of business out there is a mindset shift that you have to make, right? We're not born this way. We're not taught this in school. We're not, all of these factors play into who you are and what you do in your business. And so to get unstuck, first of all, you need to be clear of where you're stuck, right? And there's no amount of videos out there that can get you unstuck sometimes. Like, so I hear from some people how they've been Googling or YouTubing all of these videos, and there's like this plethora of information. They're so confused, and they have nobody to really dial it down for them, how it works for them, right? That's where the change happens with the mentor, and I'll get a little bit more into that in a second. But not having a mentor, you're going to sit in this overwhelm of jigsaw puzzles and try and fit every single box together. And I get it. I mean, I did the same thing at first too. Was confused on how everything worked and just Googled my life away, it seems like. And it wasn't until I got a mentor that I actually focused and started making money closing on deals. So that's why I invite you to get there quicker, right? If that's what you want to do. And if you have the time, if it's not urgent for you to do, then, I mean, by all means, take the time to Google and figure it out on your own. Some people can do that eventually. So just depending on where you are is the key there. But the fastest way to making cash would be some of the other things that I talked about. And there's a lot of ping ponging. I could do this, I could do that, I could do this, I could do this, I could do that, I could do this. So you have to derive from your skill set that you have already. So one particular gal I was speaking with, she already wholesales. She already knows that process. So do not go to short-term rental, fix and flip, any other strategy out there until you've mastered what you're already at, right? Like you already know how to do it, go create cash. And then the more of that you create, the better nest egg you're going to have for future things, right? So the fastest path to cash is doing something you already know and pulling that together with creating your future. That might sound a little vague, but it totally works. So just stick with me here. If you're looking to, you can even take this outside of real estate, right? If you're looking to learn how to golf, but you already are a better person at basketball, right? You're not going to sit there and go, that's my fastest path. Fastest path is to learn how to golf. You have to start all the way from the beginning, right? So if you started with basketball, you would go quicker, right? That learning curve is quicker and you can get there. So what you don't know, you don't know. And it's not the time to learn a new strategy, right? So if you're trying to get there quickly, don't try and learn something new. Take what you got and grow it, right? Take what you know that's made you money in the past and grow it. Maybe that's a little bit more specific, right? And then also, I was just talking about the whole mindset shuffle that, I got to tell you, I'm doing this challenge with my clients, and it's not even just reading this book, but it's reading chapter 9. And I've been over this a couple of times with you guys, and I'm watching the difference in my clients' eyes. Like they think a little differently now, now that they've been reading this over and over again, right? So you're only as good as your leadership. You're only as successful as your leadership. And if you're not reading and growing from books, either physically reading it or you're listening to it on audio, you're going to get there a whole lot slower, right? Just a whole lot slower. Again, not impossible to get there, but just a whole lot slower. So growing your mindset is super important when, first of all, stepping in to a new industry, and then also trying to grow the industry that you're in, which is, real estate for us here. But making sure audios are a part of your everyday life, making sure, it's just a simple challenge. It's a really short read, chapter 9. It's only like 10 pages. So you can read 10 pages easily. And what's fun about this is we'll skip a day, right? Like life happens, and you'll be amazed at how much life happens to you that you're like, I didn't get to read just the 10 pages. Like how much 15 minutes can escape your day in a heartbeat, right? So this helps build diligence in my clients. It helps build keeping their word to themselves, because we go over the 4 agreements. That's the other one I have here. It's the 4 agreements, right? And the 4 agreements is basically just, being impeccable with your word. What's all the different ones? Impeccable with your word. Don't take anything personally. Don't make any assumptions, and always do your best. So, bringing that back to this book, you'll see that in persistence, you're going to break that pattern of inconsistency. I've watched so much inconsistency happen around me. Like, people have great intention with lots of love in their heart. They have great intention, but the consistency is not there. And so it creates a barrier to other people going, they're not worthy enough, right? So I'm just saying, at least, if nothing else, read chapter 9. That's my little coaching to you guys to dive into that. And then also we went over systems, right? How to leverage yourself. So the REI Lead Generator is a great system tool that my clients use. They could actually upload leads into the system. And it's a website that says you buy houses, right? You put your own URL to it. And it teaches my 3-option approach, right? That gets sellers to say yes 89% of the time. It gives them options. They really love it. The seller does. They really love the options. And if you're not quite clear how to look that over or know how to make that offer, I'm going to go ahead and put this in the comments here. REI Lead Generator and follow-up system. There's a little training in there so you guys can see how it works, but it's totally powerful because it helps you to not only to get the lead, right? And then it has the seller lead sheet ready to go and they're filling it all out, but it also does like if you want to wholesale it, let's just say, trying to get to at least one of them. If you want to wholesale it, you can have a list of end buyers in your CRM that you just put the whole package together in the system and then click one button and it's sent out to everybody, right? You can doll up the package with putting in the comps from Zillow or and it's a way to actually do private money lending as well. So if you put the package together and you put it towards people that might be potential private money lenders, they can go, oh, I could see a return on investment on this. That sounds great. Let's close on it, right? Or it's not their jam, or their money's tied up, or whatever the story may be, right? So, but it's a great system to leverage and to get more sellers to say yes. So check it out. Oops. Did it work? There it is. Ta-da! Okay, so you could click on the link there and it'll take you to the REI snapshot and a little video that explains how it all works in detail. I won't take up your time here today. But I hope this was helpful for you guys. I also just want to share some great wins of this past week with speaking to so many great people in this group and having clients step into the program and watching them grow into their real estate. So, in review of how to get unstuck, really just pick up this book. This is 90% of it right there, educating yourself. And not listening to the crabs in the buckets, right? The crab, if you guys know that story, they'll pull you down. And that's all your friends and family around you that don't see what you see. They'll pull you down and say, what are you doing? What are you doing? Get back into it with getting your mindset right. Get with a coach that can help keep you straight, right? If not me, someone, right? And then, mentors are there to kick you in the tushy when you need it and say, hey, snap out of it. And if you're not in a coaching program, you're missing out. You're missing out because that person needs to be there for you, hold you accountable for what you said your goals are, right? And this is what I take my clients through is we set a plan, we reverse engineer a retirement plan, and then we stick to those goals, right? We hash out how they're going to get there through real estate investing and everything that I offer. So with that, and when you're looking for a mentor, make sure they're going to be there. Like I spent over $40,000 on a coach and got 6 phone calls, not even got a deal yet, right? So there's not so great coaching programs out there, and there's some great coaching programs out there. And most importantly, what I think makes a coaching program great is having that one-on-one connection. And that's what my clients get, is they get that pocket coaching, so that when they're in escrow or they're about to talk to a seller, they're like, Joanna, talking into the phone. And my day's not interrupted by that because it's in a special app. So anyways, it's special pocket coaching that I give my clients, and they love it. And they don't feel stuck. The minute they do, they're in there, and I help coach them around that. So having that accessibility is pretty huge. It's pretty huge. Nobody really offers that. So, and if they do, great. And you love them, great. Go for it. Again, I just wanted to share my wins this week with speaking to so many great people and learning so much about them and hearing their stories and knowing where they want to go. They all have great plans set ahead of them. And I just think they're going to do great. So wanted to share that with you guys. Hope you got a little value out of today about getting unstuck, some leverage, how to make some fast cash, and just think a little bit differently, right? All right, you guys have a great day, and I will see you in our next video. Bye.